Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Okay, when we were doing What's Going Down in H-Town, there was a story from KHOU.com. It clearly has a misprint in it because Spring Branch ISD, in the story, they said it will not excuse student tardies today. If you go to Spring Branch website, it contradicts that. It said, yes, we will. We are giving families and parents the time to navigate the roads safely. So that was incorrect. Just want to make sure that that is pointed out. Don't be panicking or trying to go extra fast to get to school. Let's be safe out there, everybody.
Right. It's okay if you're a little late. They're not going to count you as a tardy. The other thing I want to point out is it's already 7:04, which means we are now, tomorrow at this time, we will be in the window for the secret sound.
Yeah.
The secret sound, the secret sound. The secret sound is where we play a sound 5 times a day.
It's a secret.
And it's a secret.
It's a secret. It's a sound and it's a secret.
And if you can guess what that secret sound is, you'll win $104 if you're the first guesser. If you're like the fourth guesser, what's $104 plus $104 plus $104 and $104?
Math.
Yeah, exactly. Every time there is an incorrect guess, we add another $104 to the amount. We increase the pot by $104. Okay, so 7 to 7, Monday through Friday. We're kicking it off tomorrow morning, so we'll be in the window to hear the secret sound. We'll play that secret sound multiple times, even if it's not time to call, just so you know what the sound is. And if you become a KRBE insider, we will email you the times when the sounds are going to play, and we might even give you a hint. Secret sound! Worth lots of money.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a...
All right, let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, Special K, what is this all about this morning?
Yesenia says her husband is salty because the Houston Texans are on a roll and he just wants to rep. Well, he's ordered these shirts. They have come in. It even says in the picture from Amazon that they got dropped off at the door. Oopsie, that's not his door.
Oh, no.
That's the worst when you see the photos.
That's not my porch.
Whose door is that?
Let's find out whose door that is, guys. Let's call from someone who got that package.
Misdelivered packages.
Yes, but you know what? I think Amazon may have figured it out, or whatever company is sending it to him. Let's give him a call.
What?
Hey, this is Keith calling from I'm calling regarding the misdelivered package that's from the sporting goods store. We were able to locate the shirts that you ordered.
Yeah, those Houston Texans shirts I ordered.
Upon further investigation, we determined that you gave the wrong address.
No, I didn't, dude.
This was my first day, and I had to catch it, but I located the shirts.
Okay, where are you at with them?
Okay, right down the street, actually, it's your neighbor's house, and I was hoping that you could tell her what happened, and so that she has to release them, and otherwise we're going to charge you.
Just come on over and give me the shirts.
Okay, but she wants to talk to you. Hold on.
Oh, my God. What is going on here?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hello?
Which neighbor is this? Is mine?
Hello, is this Carla?
Which one of my neighbors is this? I'm speaking
Yeah,
to?
sir, I live down the road here, and I guess this dummy delivered your gargantuan shirts down here to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, you sound really sketchy. Let me just come over and get the shirts. Which house number?
Excuse me, sir. I'm right around the corner. I just told you. I'm going down across the one way. Listen, I've got them, and I'd like to give them to my grandson, and now they're rightfully mine.
What are you talking about giving your grandson? These are my shirts. I paid for them.
My grandson, he really likes the Houston Texans. Now, I don't like them. I think they're a team. But these shirts, they're ugly as hell. You sure you want them?
Yeah, they're my size. Your grandson ain't a double X. What the heck are you talking about?
And I was going to say that. It looks like a Sasquatch is wearing this thing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, is your grandson a little sizely? I mean, maybe I can consider giving him one T-shirt, but, come on, you can't take him. You can just,
he said he's
let's
going to
go.
give you one of them. Oh, he's tickled. He's tickled. Hold on. What's that?
Yeah, I said maybe, man.
Sir, it'd be quite nice. He would really like to have all of them. He's only 11 years old, and, he really likes the football, basketball team, whatever the team is.
Lady, I'm going to hold you there. I'm not playing any more games. I don't have kids, so I really don't care about them. don't give a shit. I love my shirt.
Oh my! How about this? How about I come on down there to your house? You come outside. I'll lay across my lap and spank you like you should have been spanked yesterday by your wife.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay across my lap. You're a little sassy to me.
This is starting to sound really bizarre right now. What's going on? Is this some sort of prank or?
Maybe. You know a woman named Yesenia?
What does she have to do with this?
Well, she set you up on KRBE. This is Special K from the Roula and Ryan show.
Oh, oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes, I do not have your shirts. So sorry. I don't know where they got misdelivered to.
She must be hiding them too. This must be a whole part of this big scheme. What?
Oh, that's a good one. I bet she is holding on to them. You know what? Let's find out. But listen, I won't keep you any longer. But do you have a message for Yesenia?
What did you do with my shirts, for real? This is crazy now.
Okay. Can you say these words to me? Can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show?
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show.
Yo, that's right. I'm going to lay you across my lap, you sassy pants.
Those shirts for this
and
weekend.
Spank them right off ya.
I want to prank your friend or family member. It's krbe.com/prank call requests.
That is the worst feeling when you track the package and you click on the link and I'm like, oh, that is not my porch.
Have you ever gone to that porch? Have you actually tracked it down?
No, but I had Domino's Pizza one time. I had like contactless delivery on the app. It tells you that. And I just put, please ring bell, leave at door.
Mm-hmm.
So then the guy actually called me, I guess because he waited out in front of the house to make sure I opened the door and wanted to let me know, hey, did you not hear your doorbell? And I go, oh, yeah, okay, I'll be right there. I go, wait, hold on. No. There's no pizza in my door. There's no pizzas here. And he's like,
No
what?
pizzas?
I go, yeah, that's not my, I don't know where you just dropped me off. That's not my house.
No, wait, come back.
Yeah, so he went back to the house. He grabbed the pizzas from the front door.
Oh, no.
And then he brought them to my house.
Take that.
Whoa.
There's not a bite taken out of them.
There's a piece missing.
Well, because the person there didn't order the pizzas. They didn't know, right? Maybe they
What
weren't
would you
home.
do if you saw like 2 pizzas just appear on your front door? Would you take them in and eat them?
I'd be paranoid. Somebody like pooped on it.
Ew,
Something.
Aaron.
No, I would assume
Why
it was
does
a
your mind
misdelivered
go there?
package.
What is wrong with you?
You never know, kids.
Your mind has to go right there to the bathroom.
I would
I would
absolutely.
think somebody would do something to it and then
Bring
no
it
trick.
in
Listen,
and eat it.
in this world of
be a
Uber
hate crime
Eats
for me.
and Door Dashing, Kevin, in this world of Uber Eats, my husband, for example, he works at the bakery versus our house, and if he Uber Eats on his app, he has to make sure he put the flip the address because he'll Uber Eats to his
keep
place
changing.
of business. So one time we got this really fantastic meal from this really yummy Chinese restaurant, and it all went to the bakery
See?
at like 8:00 at night.
I'm
We're
not
like,
eating.
oh no, it's sitting outside.
I'm not eating food that's left on my. That's not. I didn't order it. Hell no.
Well, maybe someone ordered it for you.
Well, wouldn't there be a
Who
note?
would do that?
Hey, I'm thinking Eric might want a pizza right now.
Sam, I think
Go ahead and
randomly
send it
in
to
3 weeks when he forgets about this conversation,
We should.
we're going to send food to his house and we're going to see what happens.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey,
I'm not eating it.
real quick, I
Could
just
be a
want
waste.
to play this listener line call because I think a lot of people are maybe feeling this way.
You should have done the Roses update after Revenge. I waited over an hour waiting for the update, and you're not even mentioning it. You're talking to people about who's going to work. Nobody cares about that. Anyway, have a great day.
Have a great day
That was
after I told you I
yesterday.
hate you. The Roula and Ryan's Roses update usually happens at 7:20 on Mondays. It was MLK. Then yesterday there was the big freeze. Couldn't get a hold of Brenda, but we got a hold of her now. You will find out, is the wedding on or is the wedding off? You'll get a recap of last week's Roses and the update next on KRBE.
Now, time for a Roula and Ryan's Roses update.
We're going to do this on the air.
104.1 KRBE.
Parental discretion is advised. Brenda and Steve engaged 4 months away from the wedding. They're making out the wedding lists, and his side's a little thin, so she thought she'd invite coworkers, and then she noticed, hey, what's going on? He just uninvited this one coworker.
Just one coworker, not
CJ.
more than one. Just one named CJ. So if you missed how this played out last Thursday, let's pick it up from where I've got Brenda listening in on the line. I offer Steve roses as part of his job perk. And here's where he wanted them sent.
Can you make it out to CJ? Say it's too awkward to have you at the wedding. It wasn't a mistake, just bad timing.
What is bad timing? What is bad
this for real?
timing? I don't know why you would be sending flowers to a woman that you work with and apologizing that she can't come to a wedding.
I screwed up. It was 4 months ago, and it was just one time with CJ, and I thought I made it clear to her that things were over, but then you kind of opened Pandora's box a little bit or whatever. You opened the bull cage when you decided to involve and invite her to the wedding.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Steve, that I f***ed up.
You don't have to be sarcastic, all right? I'm admitting here. I screwed up. I already admitted fault.
When you say screwed up, what do you mean? You said one time. Did you kiss her? Was it more than that?
We had one evening together back when things were a little uncertain and I wasn't sure.
We have been together for 4 years. How are you uncertain about anything? You asked me to marry you. I was fine where we were.
I'm trying to put an end to it.
Oh, so noble of you, Steve, to try and put an end to what you created.
Yeah, Steve, typically when people slide a ring on their sweetheart's finger, that means they're not doing it with anybody else.
And I didn't. And that's why I stopped things in their tracks with CJ. But then CJ was very upset as well. And that's uncomfortable because I work with her.
Did you sleep with her?
We did not sleep together. We just had a moment, and that was it. It was a fleeting, passing thing.
Did that moment include an orgasm for both of you?
No, there was nothing like that, okay?
Probably not on her part.
Oh, okay.
Not on her side.
She caught feelings for me.
When we saw all of your coworkers at the Christmas party and CJ was over there in that really slutty dress and making eyes at you and you were like, oh, no, she has a boyfriend. That's a lie. Because all she was doing was trying to get in your pants all night long, and you were telling me that I was insane. I'm done. The wedding's off. Why don't you just go and tell CJ that she can have you, the love of her life? I hope you enjoy it. Obviously, you cared enough about this woman who you had some sort of emotional, physical, whatever relationship with to want to appease or make her feel better. You cared more about her than you did me to make her feel better. Her, Steve.
It's a very stressful situation right now with the wedding planning and everything. There's not really an ideal time. Don't jump in right now. Don't you jump in on me right now. We're taking this off the air,
Steve.
And we're going to have a conversation about this because this is
we're
not.
The locks are changed, Steve. Off.
Whoa. She was not having anything
that
to do
makes
with
for
it.
a healthy future marriage. So a lot of people were like, there's no way. Come on. What's going to happen here? She was 4 months away from wedding day and CJ and the whole thing blows up. Okay. So we have her standing by. Let's all find out what's happened since that. Thanks for being here, Brenda. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
All right, Brenda,
Hearing
what
that audio-
happened?
Hearing that audio again made me just.
I know.
So sad.
It's annoying. Did he continue that excuse?
All weekend.
So he's insisting that he still wants to marry you and y'all need to go through with this wedding.
Of course. His excuses were the amount of money we've spent, how we would be so embarrassed, our families would be embarrassed, everybody already knows.
That's always a reason to base a lifelong commitment on money or embarrassment.
Aren't they going to be embarrassed that y'all were on the radio and talking to each other like that?
Or God forbid you get married, you get divorced a year from now when he cheats with CJ.
Exactly. And that's what I said. I said, I'm already embarrassed. And I told him that there was never, ever a way that I could trust him ever again.
Of course not.
He's not leaving that job, and neither is CJ. So how could I ever want to be with a man that is going to have to see her every day and have that temptation every day? I could never have a comfortable life knowing that that's what he's going and disappearing to every moment.
Brenda, how much was booked in this? Like, did you guys already have a honeymoon planned? Are there unreturnable things?
A deposit just for a venue, or do you have to put the whole thing down? I
mean, if you're
I can't
4 months
remember.
out.
So we had 25% down on the venue. And we also had a caterer at 15%, and we had also our photographer.
It's like a lot of money then.
Did you already have the dress?
I have the dress, but I have not gotten it altered yet. So that is actually great news because the dress store is willing to refund it since it has not been altered. And some of the venues have actually heard the radio.
Oh, they heard you on Roula, right?
No, yeah.
I was going to ask you that. I was wondering if you told people the truth. I'd be like, yeah.
Go look at KRV.com, listen to that podcast.
I got dumped.
We heard that show. Go ahead. Here's your money back.
Yeah, they felt really bad.
How's your parents feeling?
My dad is on the warpath. He basically told me that I'm not allowed to take Steve back. And I said, okay, Dad, you know.
No problem.
What about his parents? Has anybody from his side reached out to you? Like, I'm so sorry this has happened.
His mom has reached out. You know, his dad really hasn't, but whatever.
Yeah, but his mom's got to be disappointed and ashamed.
Yeah, she definitely has reached out because, you know, we got close. She was going to be my mother-in-law. You know, she was going to be the grandmother to my children. And it was something that she felt really embarrassed by. And I've had to block him because he would not leave me alone. I'm going to unblock him eventually because we have so much to deal with. Like, we live together. He's not in the house right now. He's living at his parents' currently. But we do have to separate our house and all of that. But we're done. I cannot have this be my life.
No, nobody would blame you for that.
Nope.
I know emotions ran high, but even when you calm down from the situation, the facts are there.
I'm curious, did you guys ever fight like that during the course of your relationship, or is that just like a one-time explosion?
Every couple has arguments, you know, like, but there's never been any name calling like that. I've never screamed like that. I don't know if I've ever screamed like that in my whole life. It was more of a how dare you sort of situation, and how dare you put her before me. That's what really just killed me. It kind of feels like emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating sometimes.
Well, I think you got both there.
Both on this one.
Ouch, guys. Ouch.
No, it's true because he was worried about her feelings and he didn't really get clear about what they did.
He was worried about this woman that he's going to see every day.
Yeah.
I bet he'll be with her, too, now in a few months.
I really feel like in 3 months, they're going to be together. And a part of me is probably going to want to die from that, but I can't care anymore.
Or they might both get fired. Some companies have a strict no fraternization policy.
My best friend, who was the one who kind of like tipped me off on that this might be shady, she said that I should anonymously like report it.
Oh, I don't think you can anonymously do that. I think everybody knows. If your wedding venue's even heard roses, I'm sure the whole office is talking about them. So they got their own drama to deal with. Oh, man. Brenda, good luck to you, honey. I'm so sorry for what you're going through, but I know there's brighter days ahead for sure.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. You guys saved me.
Aw, take care, hon. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, it's better to know now than, a year into marriage, don't you think?
Like I said, my dad said I'm not allowed to take him back.
Which scares me.
Because she's like, yes, I will believe you, Dad. I will listen to you, though I'm an adult.
What, was she going to take him back?
No, I don't think that was ever on the plate.
No, I feel like that her dad was just like...
Oh, no, as a dad?
Yeah, there's
oh,
no way.
God, no.
Come on.
I mean, seriously, if she did, I mean, if it was my daughter and she took him back and he came over to my house, there's no way I could ever be nice to him, ever. You hurt my little baby girl.
Then when they have a baby, then what do you do?
Ugh.
That's a topic one day about stuff like that, dealing with, you hate the
Your mate
son-in-law.
mistreats your child. Your child's
kid.
mate mistreats them, yet you have to stomach it when they come over because they have a baby together. You're like, oh, well.
Or what if you hate the in-laws?
Side eye.
They get married and you hate his parents or her parents, whatever. If you're like, you got to deal with them the rest of your life.
You just don't spend time with them.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you
but
suck it
then-
up. I mean, if you love your mate,
But you still got, there's times you got to still see each other.
Right.
Kids'
but then,
birthdays, and then they go, oh, you hate them so much, and then they go spend spring break with them. You're like, wait, you're spending the whole week with them, you could be with us, and then Christmas time, you got to share with these people that you hate.
Well, you hate
know-
them, but does your child hate the in-laws? You hate the in-laws, but does
because
your
kids
child hate
benefit
the
from
in-laws?
having both grandparents. You
Yeah.
don't want to cut them out of their
Unless
lives.
they suck.
Unless they suck.
Well, if they don't have the same values as you. And
And
or
it
they
also
have
depends
bad
on why
values.
you hate them. Like, why do you hate the in-laws as the other in-law? Like, if we're talking about like the mother and the mother or the dad and the dad. They don't like each other. But what is the reason? Think of how much that strains the child, right?
Yep.
Because if your daughter gets married to somebody, Eric, and you cannot stand her mate's parents, you don't think that puts a strain on her?
Like say they're like really cheap. Like they don't tip well, or they're just...
Or they go to the bathroom
tell
when the
your
check
grandkids,
comes,
well,
and
we
then you're
don't-
always stuck
we
with
don't
the check.
see Grammy and
Just wait
Grampy
for it.
because they're really cheap and they don't tip.
Yeah, or just the way they act is just gross, and you're like,
They
I
put
want my
soda in their whiskey.
The bourbon diluters.
They,
The bourbon
They come to my
diluters.
house.
That's where Eric is done.
Yeah, I give him some nice
He doesn't
bourbon. He's
care
like, oh,
about
thanks.
tipping.
Give a root beer to put
You got
with
some
that.
ginger ale for this?
I bet you a lot. I bet you a lot of
Get the
parents
hell
out
out of my
there.
house.
I bet you there's
That's
a
so
lot of
funny.
parents that get jealous. Like, wow, my kid, all they do is spend time with their in-laws. They don't spend a lot of time with us.
Sure, right?
You know, it's like they get jealous. Like, you're spending more time with that set of grandparents than us.
So they say
and
the
vice
first
versa.
18 years of your life is the most you ever spend with your kids, and then from
Right.
then on, it's like 1 year total when you had their whole life.
Oh,
Which
really?
you'll see
The
them
holidays and
because they got
stuff,
their own
yeah.
life. They're living. You're not going
Yep.
to see them every day.
Normally they move out.
I mean, unless you move back in with mom or something like that. I'm not side-eyeing anybody in the room, but
That's true,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Good point.
It stings, though. I mean, it really does sting. Like, I mean, I'm thrilled to death that my daughter is making a name for herself, and she's got a career that's really bright, a bright future, and she lives in Los Angeles. But that does not take away me missing her, and it's brutal.
But
Well,
your
you
career
got
in,
miss them even
career in
though
acting
just-
is like the hardest career in the world.
Oh, I know.
There's no guarantees for
I
anything.
worry about her all the time, and I try and walk that fine line where I'm not texting too much.
By the way, there's a show on Netflix called Brother's Son.
Okay.
It just came out, and one of the main characters, he's sneaking around. He wants to be an improv. He's in the Groundlings
Okay.
in L.A. I'm like, hey,
That's what my
Brian.
daughter is.
I know. I started laughing.
Yeah, my daughter's in the Groundlings.
I'm
Well,
like, hey.
if you guys have any
I was looking
comments-
forward to see if she was in there.
It would called Brother's Son.
Brother's Son, yeah.
Brother's Son on Netflix.
Really good.
Okay, coming up next. By the way, if you have any comments, you can go to the listener line 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. You'll be the star of the next listener line segment. And coming up next in Scoop, Kieran Culkin had a big night at the Emmys. And if you missed his acceptance speech, he is now apologizing for what he said.
What?
But does he really need to? We'll discuss in Scoop next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Introduce Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me just throw this your way. If somebody says something nice and everyone thinks it's really cutesy, and then a couple days later, that person that said something nice has to apologize to their mate for what they said, don't you think there was a conversation afterwards where when they got by themselves, the mate goes, I just can't believe you said that. What? I was trying to be so nice to you.
Or I just assume the trolls on social media said stuff. And then
No, sometimes I wonder if maybe the mate said something. Okay, so here's what happened with Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin won for Succession at the Emmys on Monday night for Best Actor in a Drama Series, which was fantastic. It was huge. It was awesome. And in his sweet speech, he is going on how much he loves his wife. And he said he loves his children. And he looks at her and, I want more. And then she's all, because she's crying because she's so excited he won. And
Aw.
he says he wants more kids. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I got him. And everyone's like, thinks it's so cute. And now he's apologizing to his wife for asking her publicly for more children.
Oh.
It says, Kieran now admits he shouldn't have done that. What? He said, instead of just talking to her in private like a human, I just blasted her on stage, which was very rude. I spent my wife spent the whole week nervous in the run up to the Emmys on whether I was going to win or not.
They must have had one hell of a fight.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like did
you're
his
gonna
wife
make
say
a
something
public
to him?
apology.
Because if the troll said something, Eric, it'd be one thing. He's like, just ignore the trolls. But what if his wife said, I'm really embarrassed. Now you said,
I know, but if the wife sees the trolls, she's not used to that world. Then
and she's more sensitive to that.
And it's like him, like you can attack me all you want. Just if you attack my wife, then there's a problem.
That's how I feel.
So you think his wife got attacked by the trolls, or he
But maybe
was
she
attacked
felt
and his
and
wife was
she's not used to
too
the-
thin-skinned for it because she's not the one that's in the line.
It's
of
not even
fire.
about being thin-skinned. If you're just not used to that kind
That's
of
what I'm saying. You're thin-skinned if you're not
skin,
into
though.
it. It's
horrible
thin-skinned.
things.
We have a thick skin now. We've been in this for so long.
We shouldn't have to, but you do have to when you're in this business. We're used to, we've all read some horrible things about ourselves, but if you're just...
Not really too much, but...
No, I have.
Some have it more than others.
I have. There are some people out there wish me dead. I don't really, you just, no, Kevin, it wasn't Kevin.
No, why's everyone looking at me?
But I'm saying is if you're not in that world, it can really mess with your self-esteem, and it's terrible. I think that more than likely, she probably got mad at him, and he's doing this to save face
But I
with
feel
his
like
wife.
it was a really sweet way he said it to her. He was
Yeah.
like, and I want more. Mm-hmm. And, because the run up to that conversation was she said, well, maybe if you win an Emmy, we'll have another baby. That's why he said that. Because he goes, I want more. You said, you think about if I won the Emmy. That's why he said that in his speech. So I don't know. Did his wife have a problem with what he said, or is Eric's point true that trolls got to him and he feels like he should apologize?
He's a
feel
weird dude anyway. Like when he talks,
Is he?
just says some crazy stuff.
He does in real life, or just his Succession
No,
character?
in real life. Did you see him at like Golden Globes and the Emmys? He's a different
He's
type.
quirky.
Yeah.
Well, don't you have to be if you're in this business?
Yeah, most
Everyone's
likely.
kind of
Plus, his
off a
brother
little
was
bit.
so
Macaulay.
rich and successful.
And he really Kieran Culkin goes out of his way to think his mother never says anything about his dad. And if you guys maybe were old enough to remember when Home Alone came out and Macaulay Culkin was a child star, there was a lot of controversy afterwards as they grew because the parents were having a massive divorce and it was a huge fight over the money that the kids made. And there were some allegations that maybe the parents were working them too hard to make them be like the workhorses, you know? And I don't know
And
for
spending their money?
just all of that stuff. Control. Look at how many kids stars had a terrible, sad situation
Yeah, because mom
with their
and dad
parents.
mismanaged their money. Gary
Right.
Coleman is probably the most famous child actor who ended up with nothing because his parents spent all his money.
And Gary Coleman was the star of a show called Different Strokes. He played Arnold. He was also on Facts of Life. He would cameo on that. I don't remember what else he did later in
He
his life.
passed away
but
at a young age.
He did.
He was on the first
Surreal
reality
Life or
shows.
one of those
He did. He was on the Surreal Life.
with former stars that lived in a house together. But I mean, like acting wise, legit, that was what he's known for. The kid that says, "What you talking about, Willis?" his parents. His poor childhood. It was like, come on, let's make money. There are these two kids that my kids loved on YouTube, Ronald and Karina, for a long time. And I asked my kids today, I go, whatever happened to Ronald and Karina? Like, if you look up what happened to Ronald and Karina, they say, trolls went after their parents for basically having children just to exploit them on YouTube. And they even had another baby just to do challenges with the baby. And they shut down their YouTube.
Couple?
I think they were from Spain.
Okay, I know there's a bunch of people.
But they had this crazy rich house. Like when the iPhone 9 or 10 came out, Ronald was like 8 or 9 years old. Like, let's see if the iPhone will break if I drop it off our balcony. It's like, you don't just do that with a brand new iPhone. That's how rich they were. And they had all these YouTube awards all over their house when they'd run through the house for the challenges. Anyway, Ronald and Karina, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
It is brought to you by Duncan. I'm curious what y'all think about this. There's a Texas-based company, and they've revealed plans to start putting driverless semi-trucks. We're talking like the big 18-wheelers on the road later this year with a route between Dallas and Houston. Kodiak Robotics has announced their driverless-ready semi-trucks. And it's the 6th generation of the semi-truck, and the company says it's the world's first driverless-ready semi-truck designed for scaled deployment. Now, they've actually been on the road for 5 years in different states, but now they're going to be in Houston.
Gotta be careful. Drive too fast near Ennis. You're going to get a ticket.
I say...
Well, everybody over
Ennis or
there.
Corsicana.
Where's it, Corsicana?
Corsicana.
Well, you think Corsicana, but then you get over there.
Ennis.
And
There's
is
a
Ennis
lot
the one
big
that has
speed
the
trap.
hornet on the water tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the giant hornet.
The
or
fighting
wasp.
yellow jackets or
Yeah,
something?
whatever their mascot is.
But I mean, could you imagine like you're on 610 and you look over and there's nobody behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler?
I'm calling 713 all 8.
No.
Dr. Law.
Dr. Law.
You let a camera probably drive better than some people.
That's
truck driver Eric. He's going to be calling
Yeah.
you. Truck driver Eric.
Uh-oh.
Address your hatred towards Eric.
I just mean vehicles in general. Because most people do pull in front of they don't realize you got to give those
Yes, people have
semis
to realize, do not cut off an
sometime-
18-wheeler, people. They need so much
But that's what
room
I'm talking
to
about.
slam on their brakes.
Does a robot have the common sense, like, to expect that some idiot driver is going to cut him off?
Well, it's a robot. It's like the sensor. It's like your car. If your car has those, what's that thing on the side? If they think a car is coming too close to
Sensors?
you,
Yeah.
It
the
beeps.
yellow,
That's like
the yellow
road
flashing,
assistance.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
If the cars already have that, of course, these robot-driven cars.
How much are
are
you
gonna
really
have accounted
saving?
for
I
that.
figured just have a driver. I mean, how much are
Yeah.
you really charging the driver?
Because the
You know?
drivers can only drive X amount of hours. I don't know. Is it 10 hours or is it 8 hours? I think
Because
it's
they're
8
humans,
hours.
they need to sleep, Eric,
Oh, that's
and
why.
stop for the restroom and food.
Or just go.
Robots don't need to eat.
Where's
and
that
sleep.
bullet train thing? Just do that.
Right.
Oh, we've been hearing about that for 20 years.
Why does anyone want to go to Dallas, though? I just don't, like, what? You going to get on the train and go to Dallas? That's no fun. I want to go to Austin.
Well, it's for
San
business,
Antonio.
Kevin. It's not like
it's easy
it's
for
not like they're
business.
saying, "Hey, let's go on a vacation destination."
But he's
Maybe-
right. Even business though. Now with Zoom and stuff, no one's even in buildings anymore.
No, but if you have to
I
be there
know.
in person, I would see, like when I used to live in Philly, you could take the Acela to DC really fast and you could just relax and not think about anything until you got to your appointment and then you came back. I could see that Houston-Dallas thing happening a lot. Instead of having to fly there for day business, still does happen. Ask Southwest. Look at
Also,
Love Field.
There's
Full of business
attractions.
travelers.
Again, there's attractions in D.C. Where's the attraction in Dallas?
Well, sometimes
they've
you're
got
not going there
Six
for
Flags.
attractions.
They've
You're going
got,
for work.
True.
You can see where JFK was assassinated.
Oh, that's fun.
It's true.
You've got, what is it, SeaWorld?
No,
they don't have SeaWorld
that's San
there.
Antonio.
What else they have there?
No, they have Fiesta Texas, and then what else?
You can go see the world's largest
Texas State
box
Fair.
of tissues that we need every year when the Cowboys get killed in the playoffs.
Stop.
Ow.
Sucks.
Largest box
Ow.
of tissues. Okay.
Hey, who won Rapid Fire last week?
That would be me.
Oh, Roula.
And we will see who's going to win today because we have a chance for you to score tickets to see the Joe Bros. The Jonas Brothers are going to be performing at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo March the 15th. And tickets go on sale tomorrow. But we've got your tickets today with a rapid fire quiz. We need 5 contestants at 713-390-KRBE. Let's see who's going to win these tickets for you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.